Colorado Republicans, thank you for the opportunity to serve as your chairwoman. I'm the first woman to serve in this spot in my lifetime, and the youngest state chairman in Colorado history. Thank you for the honor. This is the largest group of Republicans in one room here in Colorado in 4 years. Give yourselves a round of applause. We show up as Republicans. Thank you for standing up as patriots, as empowered citizens to take back our state. I love seeing Republicans from all corners of our state here in one room. Today, the Democrats are having a 100% virtual state convention because they're still afraid to get together inside of buildings. A red wave is about to hit Colorado to win on our principles, to win on the Constitution, to win back the rights the Democrats have stolen from us. We must win back power and majorities. We are the party that will end the Democrats' war on rural Colorado. Where are my rural counties? We are going to stop their war on you. We know the industries that built our state. We remember who grows our food, who creates our energy, and who drives Colorado forward. We are the only party who will defend individual rights, our right to medical and health freedom, our right to bear arms, our right to educate our children, and every child's right to life. We are the party who will restore balance to Colorado, the balance that voters are craving after nearly a decade of destructive Democrat control. A red wave is coming, but the reason this wave is about to hit is because the Democrats have created a storm in our state that will end in taking them out of power. They have brought a crime tsunami that is devastating our state. We are #1 in the nation for car theft, #2 in the nation for fentanyl overdose deaths. We are at a 25-year high of violent crime. And it's not just a Metro Denver issue, it is a statewide issue, and it is killing our children. But Jared Polis and his band of Boulder liberals won't recriminalize the possession of fentanyl. Instead, they play to the far-left players in their party and let Coloradans die. This crime tsunami has its root in failed Democrat policies that prefer the criminal over the victim, that refuse to be tough on crime. As Republicans, we support our law enforcement. We believe that violent criminals and drug dealers should be in jail, not on the streets where they can hurt our families. We are also the party of safe borders. Joe Biden is letting the wall on our southern border rot into the ground while drug dealers and human traffickers pour into our nation. We will elect law and order candidates who can defeat crime, close our border, and keep our communities safe again. Our families are suffering under 40-year high inflation. Gas prices in the United States have reached the highest level ever recorded, while Democrats kill the Colorado oil and gas industry. Democrats like Joe Biden and Jared Polis sit by and do nothing except raise our gas taxes, force our nation deeper into debt, and blame us for not running out and buying electric cars. Instead, we should be safely drilling here in Colorado. We have the resources, we have the manpower, and yet an overreaching Democrat-controlled government stands in our way. Democrats tell us it's up to them what subjects our kids should study in school. Gender identity and oppression instead of grammar and multiplication. They told us our children should stay masked and vaxxed, and we had no right to do anything about it. Well, last year, parents just like you across Colorado took back their rights. Republicans flipped school boards and city councils in Aurora, in Douglas County, in Mesa Valley, in Huerfano, in Loveland, in Woodland Park, and across our great state. The Democrats stand for death. The death of our oil and gas industries. The death of our small businesses. The death of our children's education. Death in Ukraine and Afghanistan. Death by fentanyl and death by violent crime. But we are the party that can bring it all to life again. We can build a better future in Colorado. Last August, we launched the Republican Commitment to Colorado outside a gas station. Democrats made fun of us for that, and now we have record high gas prices in Colorado. You can read the full commitment to Colorado in your program today. But don't just read it. Copy it, print it, pass it out, and send it to your friends. Here with us today are Mesa County Patriots. Where are you? Where are my Liberty girls from Douglas and Arapahoe counties? Where are the Pueblo County Patriots? Where are the Patriots across this state in all 64 counties? Who in this room believes in securing and cleaning up our voter rolls? When I was elected, I formed the first statewide election integrity committee the Republican Party has ever had, led by Boulder County's Emily Brake. Emily, we love you. This committee has done amazing work. Emily and her team have pushed back on Jenna Griswold's rules and Democrat legislation, and they have won battles. We are recruiting attorneys and making our own training for poll watchers so they don't have to suffer through Jenna Griswold's. Jenna is a partisan hack who has weaponized her office, and we must defeat her. Help me thank Emily and all of our election integrity workers for what they have done. If you haven't done so yet, join our committee. Become a trained, empowered citizen with your eyes in the room and your vote in the box. You can email electionintegrityco@gmail.com. Do that today and sign up, electionintegrityco@gmail.com, and you will be on our team. If you serve in or have ever run for local office, stand up. The best government is local government that is closest to the people. We must all study up, stand up, speak up, and show up in the local races first. To win, we must run for all the seats, not just some of them. If you are a Republican legislator here today, one of our House representatives or senators, stand up. These men and women defend our rights against Democrat control every single day. In March, the Democrats passed the nation's most extreme abortion law here in Colorado. Our Republican legislators in the House led the longest filibuster in Colorado history to do everything they could to stop that bill. Even when the Democrats would vote to kill our children anyway, our Republican representatives spoke the truth, that every life is precious and worth defending, and they did not back down once. In the Senate, the Democrat Majority Leader refused to take out an anti-free speech provision in his elections bill in SB 153. He knew it was unconstitutional, but he wanted to punish speech he didn't agree with. Our Republican senators held firm, and finally, the Democrat from Boulder caved. That is how you win victories for the people, even in the minority. But it's not good enough to be in the minority anymore. Who here wants reasonable audits of elections? Do you think Jenna Griswold will give us audits? We must elect Republicans who will. Who here wants to protect our taxpayers' Bill of Rights? Do you think Jared Polis will guard Tabor? We must elect Republicans who will. Who here wants to stop Joe Biden from buying oil and gas from Iran, Venezuela, Russia, and other foreign dictators? Do you think Michael Bennet will stop him? We must elect Republicans who will. There is power in this room today. I want you to look at the person on your right. Look at the person on your left. Look at the room behind you. Look at the room in front of you, above you, all across you. We sit today in a room full of Republicans, a room full of friends, and a room full of warriors. We play on the same team, and we fight on the same side. We fight for the Republican Party, but we fight for Colorado. And more than that, we fight for the United States of America. When we walk out today, a few hours from now, let us walk out united, ready to fight like patriots for our freedom, our rights, and the restoration of our nation. We are not just going to ride the red wave. We are going to be the red wave and wash the Democrat socialists who weaponize their offices against the people right out of Colorado. God bless you all. Let's take back the state we love.